coming to you again with another video. As you can see, I am sitting here in my cozy chair. Therefore, it is time for some more, you guessed it, cozy chair conversation. I am really tired, guys, so I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you about a few things that I have been actually hearing from people. So these are not, thoughts or what he say, she say, said. These are actual statements that are coming out of the mouths of people. Oh, yeah, by the way, we have a guest with us today. We have my bulldog. He wanted to join us in the cozy chair because he knows that his mommy is tired. She got up at 4 a.m. and did a workout, and she also did another workout after work. So, yeah, we have a little friend. I don't know. We may make him part of our cozy chair conversations. But anyway, back to these interesting statements about money. I'm going to list some things that I've actually heard come out of the mouths of individuals. And I just want to go through them real quick to just give you my opinion and my point of view as to why I think that these statements are being made. But let's just jump right in. Okay, the first one is we will always have a mortgage. We will always have a mortgage. So let's just think about that. Why do you think people say we will always have a mortgage? We don't have to always have a mortgage. So if you choose to say that you're going to always have a mortgage, guess what? Your habits, your planning, and all of those things as it relates to you trying to get rid of the mortgage are not going to be on your agenda because of your thought pattern. So first of all, you need to change your mind and your thoughts about having a mortgage, because not only is there data out there that speaks to the contrary, there probably are actually people that you know. I actually personally know people who have paid their homes off. And it's not one or two people. I know several people who've paid their homes off. So, why do we always say that? Why do we always say that we will always have a mortgage? I think one reason why we say that is because 9 times out of 10, your mortgage is going to be probably one of the most, if not the most expensive item that you own, or that you are purchasing, or that you are buying, or that you are financing. It's going to be one of the largest items that you purchase. So you may be looking at that item, $200, $300, $400, $500,000, and you're like, okay, I'm paying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. I'm never going to finish this. So, hey, I'm just going to always have a mortgage payment. And another thing I think is the reason why we think that way is because of the length of the loan that we allow these mortgage companies to give us. Actually, we choose that. So you have a choice. You could have a 5-year loan, 10-year loan, 15, 20, whatever. Or you can pay cash for a house. That is a thing. People do pay cash for houses. So, with that large amount, $200,000 or $300,000, plus that length of time, which is normally about 30 years, you're thinking, hey, most people buy a house, when they're 20, 30, and they'll think, okay, another 30 years, I'll be 60, 65, 70 when I pay this house off, if I pay it off. So you're thinking about that long span of time and that large amount of money. And so you just come to the conclusion, just throw your hands up and say, hey, we'll always have a mortgage. No, don't think that way. Just like you can pay off any small amount of money, you can pay off a large mortgage. What you need to do is put a plan in place. The majority of those people who are talking about we're going to have a mortgage forever, they don't have a plan in place as to how they can get to the end game of being mortgage free. That's just it, plain and simple. That's the way it goes. Because if you got a plan in place, like I always tell people when I'm talking to them, the numbers don't lie. Your numbers do not lie. Let's say you got a $200,000 mortgage, right? And you've come to the conclusion that, okay, let's say your mortgage is about $1,000 a month, right? So $1,000 a month, let's just say it's going to pay off in 30 years. Now, let's say you start thinking about, hey, let's see how I can double that amount. If you double it to $2,000 a month, it's not going to pay off in 30 years. It's going to pay off in 15 years. Okay, so see, you're getting the picture. But see, that is from you sitting down, writing out a plan or coming up with a plan with your money, being consistent, sticking to it, and paying it off. Okay? Also, guys, please forgive me. My birds are singing to me in my background, and I didn't get a chance to go in there and close the door, but that is what you hear. All right, the second interesting saying that I've heard in recent days is we will always have student loans. It's the same scenario. It's the same situation. You got $50,000, $60,000, $200,000 in student loans. You're making that small payment of $50, $100, $200. Yeah, you're gonna be paying on it forever. Now let's just say if we do the same thing we did with the mortgage, we sit down and we devise a plan. I want to have this student loan gone in 10 years. I want to have it gone in 7 years. You need to sit down, divide 7 years, or 12 times 7, 80, which is 84. Divide that, whatever that total amount of your student loan is, by 84 payments, which will be 84 monthly payments, which will equal 7 years. And then you will determine how much you need to pay per month and come up with a plan as to how you want to do that. Stick to the plan, and you will have that student loan paid off in 7 years. Guys, we got to stop thinking like this. We do not need to have that mentality where we're thinking that we are always going to be in debt. I get it that some people have large amounts of debt. I am one of them, but I'm here to tell you, I am not going to be in debt forever. I have devised a plan, as you guys have seen in other videos, and all I need to do, be consistent, stick to the plan. It'll pay off. It's going to pay itself off. Okay? So, now, let's see. What was this? This is the final item that I want to bring to the table today of interesting sayings that I've heard about money. This is another one that really gets me. I don't understand this one. But anyway, there was an individual that, excuse me guys, my phone is ringing, so we're going to see if we can stop that real quick. All right, sorry about that. This third saying, this individual decided to quit their job because they came into a settlement. I'm not sure what it was, insurance settlement, car settlement, court settlement, whatever it was, of $35,000. Yep, I don't have anything else to say. That's it, period. They quit their job because they came into a settlement of $35,000. Here we go again, guys. That same mindset. It's that mindset. And the thing is, you're thinking that, okay, I got $35,000, which is a large amount of money. I'm not going to lie. It's a large amount of money. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, it's not a large amount of money. Because let's think about it this way. Let's just say you still got that $200,000 mortgage, and you come to a settlement of $35,000. You put that $35,000 on that $200,000 mortgage, it's gone. It's time for you to get your behind back to work so you can continue to eat and have shelter, because you're going to have to continue to pay for that house, because the only thing you've done is lessen that $200,000 by 35K. So now what do we have? That 35,000 gone. So even if you don't do that, let's say you don't do that. Let's say you got this mindset that, ooh, this is $35,000. I can live off of this for a while. Yeah, you can. Probably to the tune of about a year if you're stretching it. You're going to have to be stretching it really, really thin if you're going to, live off of that 35K for a year. So now let's think back through this. Why did you quit your job? You only came into $35,000. Once again, I personally think it's the mindset. Oh my God, I've never had $35,000 at one time. This is a large amount of money. I can quit working. Really? We got to stop thinking that way, guys. We got to stop thinking that way. It's not going to get it. It's not going to cut it. We got to start having plans for our money, plans for the directions we want to go into as it relates to our finance and our financial future. I was having a conversation with the friend girl earlier today. We act like we don't have to live past our next paycheck. That's the way we act. What about retirement? What about when we get old? Please, please don't bank on Social Security, because it may or may not be around. So we need to get our lives together. We need to start thinking and making better choices with our money. And one other thing, actually, as I'm thinking about this $35,000, does this individual really think that this $35,000 is going to carry them through their life and on into retirement? Guess what the answer to that is? They didn't even think that far. That's what the answer to that is. Or they would not have quit their job. See, that's the thing. We get these large chunks of money, or what we think is a large chunk of money, and we start making emotional decisions. We got to stop doing that. Because now, this individual is going to go and blow through this money, even if they don't blow through it. And like I said, they live off of for about a year. After the year is over, what? That individual is more than likely going to be going out job hunting and looking for another job. So, I said all that to say that we really need to change our way of thinking and the way that we handle our money. We really do. So, this is really all I have for now. I haven't eaten dinner, so I am going to hop off of here so that I can go and prepare me something, so perhaps I can get into bed early tonight. But what I would like for you to do is leave me a comment. Leave me a comment below and let me know how you feel about money. How what is your take on it? Do you think about budgeting for the future, or if your finances are going to stretch until you are 60, 70, 80? You got to realize people nowadays are living longer than they used to live. Therefore, we're going to need some kind of financial assistance to get us through those years of food, clothing, shelter. So, leave me a comment below. Let's start having a conversation about how we can better manage our money, how we can change the way we think about money. I think that's the most important thing. We need to change the way we think about money, because you have a lot of people out here that make a fairly decent amount of money and they do not know a hill of beans about how to handle it. They don't. And they think they do just because they make the money. Okay? So, this is Dr. Mummy, where we dream big but start small around here. I would very much love it if you would subscribe to my channel and share this video with family and friends or others who you think may be interested in it. And I am signing off until I see you again in my next Cozy Chair conversation. Peace.